Mic test. Mic test. Start. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Good evening, Thunder Nation. Welcome to your Saturday night edition. It is going to be the final game of the CPHL when your Pikes beat Thunder, taking on the Springs Knights. Your Thunder are trying to close out the season at 500, coming into tonight's matchup 6-7-1, coming off of a relatively rough tournament, but we're not going to talk about like that. Now, looking for a rebound game against the Springs Knights, whom they tied 1-1 previously in the season. A lot of effort in that game, came down to a tie. So hopefully we can get a little bit more effort, a little more shots on goal, and find the back of the net. So we are just about to get underway. Families, if you're out there listening to us, I apologize you're stuck with me, but I'll be your host today, Phil Tollefson. Coaching the Thunder today is Coach Mike Stubbs and Paul Devine, and starting in goal for this game is going to be Dylan Delabere. The starting lineup is going to be the Wesley Hall line. He'll be taking center, winged by Stubbs and James Cooper. On defense, Elliot Glasgow and Colt Tollefson. We are just about underway. Hook drop. Push forward into the Springs Knights zone. They go back to recover. They send a shot on their own goal. Wesley falling on the forecheck. Nearly gets a shot out of that. Wrapped around the near side boards by the Knights, who bring it out on the far side and chip it off the boards, but turn it over to the Thunder, who send it back in. Nice stretch pass is broken up, ends up in on goal, and the Springs Knights goaltender covers it up for our first stoppage of play with 16:38 left in this first period. Line change coming out. Gage Delson's going to come out. He's going to have Ike Everhart with him. Puck is dropped and comes out to center ice to Tollefson, goes back to pick it up. The other winger that's on the ice is going to be Anthony Serafino. Knights control inside the Thunder zone momentarily. Nice stick check by, Braxton Burst is able to push that forward and get it into the offensive zone. Centering pass comes to Braxton in a slot, but he's tied up by a couple of defenders. And they bring it up out behind their own net up the far side boards. Gain center ice and bring it in 1-on-3, where Dover and Collega have come on behind the scenes on the defense. A shot that actually went in on the goal. I didn't see that shot come in, but it's slightly behind. Really good there in the 15:59. On an awkward shot, it's happened for him. Looked like it was the somehow beat him short side. Hayden Weisman would have to take the ensuing face-off. He's going to have Ike Everhart and Koa Severe with him on this next forward line. Dover and Collega remain on defense. Thunder have it in the offensive zone. Centering pass misses Koa. Marshall keeps it in, wraps it around near side boards, sends it all the way over to the near side. Sent back in. Puck battle in the near side corner. Ike centering pass comes out. Shot blocked by Cole. Shot is blocked, and Knights bring it out center ice and chip it in from the red line. Icing's waved off as it goes behind the goal. Koa goes back, picks up a loose puck. Stick handles around one. He brings it out center ice, gets a stretch pass to Everhart, who brings it up. He brings it in 1-on-4. He dekes to the high slot, takes a nice shot that's blocked, which is on rebound. Moves to the corner and chips it behind the net. Springs sends it up the far side boards where Tollefson kicks it back down. He goes in the forecheck in there. Centering pass, nobody's home, comes right to the slot, and the Knights bring out as the Thunder were line changing. Great job by Karina Frew keeping it in a blue line, but she was all by herself, and ultimately, that's a weak call. We're going to have a tripping call on Tollefson, which is battling right around the red line. And looked like the tiniest Knight on the ice happened to trip over his stick. He's going to go to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. 14:34 in the first, 1-0 Springs Knights. We will have a defensive zone face-off to the left of Dylan. Puck is dropped and pushed out to center ice. Nice job by Snugs getting that thing forward, and the Knights go back to recover. Blasco chips it up the far side boards, gets it to Snugs. He absorbs a big hit to the chest. He gets right back up, turns around, goes for a line change. Knights go behind their own net and pick it up. Nope, go behind their own net. Kallega keeps it in the zone, offensive zone. Chipped in by Jameson Cooper, and he's going to go for a line change. Gage Nelson's come on the ice in reserve, as has Ike Everhart. They can't keep it in the blue line. They go back to tag up. They do so and chip it in. Dover comes on for Blasco. Kalega's got the near side point. He has it. It bounces over a stick. Comes to Dover, who chips it back in. 1 minute left in this penalty kill. Still a 1-0 Knights lead. Knights finally get to center ice. They have it in 1-on-3, bumped off the puck, but comes to a Knights forward. Chipped out of the zone by Thunder defense, and they bring it up the near side board, and we're going to have the whistle behind the play. We're going to have a slash. So I think we need 2 men down. Ike Everhart is going to be going to the box for a slashing call. So 41 seconds on the first penalty. We're going to have another 2. It is still 1-0. Springs Knights. And the Knights will have a 5-on-3 power play for 41 seconds. Face off again is going to be the left of Dylan Delabear. Penalty killing unit is going to be Dover, Swally, and Hall. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights at the blue line. D-to-D pass, quick snap shot is easy glove save by Dylan. He holds on and we'll do it again. Face off now to the right of Dylan. Same personnel. Puck is dropped. Comes a blue line. Another shot goes high and wide of the net. Knocked towards the center where the Marshall Kallega has come on the line change, and he gets control, chips up near side board. Blasco has also come onto the ice. Knights have it behind the goal. Centering pass broken up, comes out to the blue line, but the Knights maintain possession. Bring it back down below the goal line and circling around. 4 seconds left on this penalty kill. Sent out to the blue line. Defenseman there, centering pass, chip to the near side corner. Serafino comes on, he chips it all the way down. And the Springs Knights goaltender will play it behind his own net where Wesley Hall's in on the forecheck. Swally and Dover have come back out on the ice to kill off the remaining 50 seconds of this penalty kill. Dover controls it at the blue line. He gets it forward to the red line, but the Knights take over momentarily. Serafino gets control, pushes the puck forward. It goes all the way in on goal. That's covered up by the Springs goaltender. So 11:59 left in this first 44 seconds left in this penalty kill. It's still 1-0 Springs Knights. Personnel line change behind the scenes. Hayden Wiseman, Anthony Serafino, Collison, and Zwally will be out. Face off to the right of the goaltender. Zwally controls. His shot attempt is deflected, goes into the far corner. Pushed behind the net by Serafino. And the Knights bring it out to neutral ice. Shot is blocked and goes high off of the glass and goes to the far side corner where Serafino battles for it. Knights get control of it, push it off the blue line. It hops a stick and goes off to center ice. Hayden Wiseman's in on the forecheck. Springs defenseman just stick handles around him and brings it in on side, gets it out. Bad pass comes off the blue line and Wiseman's in. He's going to chip it forward. The Knights are able to get back and prevent a scoring opportunity. Battle for it at center ice. It is chipped into the zone by the Knights. It goes all the way back behind the goaltender where Dover sends it out to center ice and he kills off the remainder of this penalty. But it's going to go for an icing, and so we'll get him out to the line change. 10:58 left in the first. Face off to the left goes Dylan. Karina Freeze out to take this. She's going to have. Well, we're getting some warnings here. All right, face off to the left. Karina takes the face off. It is controlled push forward by Gavin Leon, and it looks like Brett Molly. On offense, looks like Dover is out there with Collega. Puck is pushed out to center ice. Nice forecheck in by Breck, and he pushes the Knights back to their own side of the red line momentarily. Breck picks it back up at the red line. It is chipped up in the air. Comes forward, and Leon gets control. He brings it in. Shot attempt, easy glove save. It's covered up by the Knights goaltender. We'll have another face off to the right to the Springs goaltender after this line change. Wesley Hall line's coming back onto the ice. He still has Jameson Cooper and Colton Stubbs. Collison and Blasco at D. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Thunder. Along the near side boards, comes up to Blasco. He jams it back in. He gets control of the puck again momentarily. His backhand attempt is cut down. And nice defensive work. Somebody lost a twig. Looks like one of the Knights forwards lost a twig, and he's going to go in to cover it, but they push up the near side board. Carlson brings out the far side corner. He skates around. He goes around one, now two Knights, and he brings it in. They got numbers 3-on-2. He takes a shot, goes wide and low, wraps on the near side boards. Sent in on goal by Snugs. It is covered up momentarily, and then he thinks better of it and finishes the cover up, and we'll get a line change. Mike Everhart's coming out for this next face-off. He's going to have Braxton Burris and Gage Nelson, Wally and Collega at D to the left of the Springs Knights goaltender. Gage controls the face-off, gets it to Sean, gets his own rebound, squats it behind, and ties this game up at 1 with 9:32 left in the first. That was an I will not be denied moment by Gage Nelson, who pushed the puck forward off the face-off, got a nice shot on goal, had saved, but kept pushing the net and was able to deke it around and put it back in and tie this game up. So that group will remain on the ice for the ensuing face-off, which is controlled by the Knights and chipped forward in the offensive zone. Thunder control at center ice. Nelson again has it on his stick. They try to bump him off the puck, and he goes into the near side corner and reversed, and the Knights pick it up and take it out to center. Marshall goes in, bumps the Knight forward off of the puck, and they push it out to center ice. Knights bringing it in onside, 3-on-2, big hit at the blue line. Serafino collides with the forward. He turns around, sends the puck over to Collega, and it gets pushed up back forward. Collega brings it in onside, sends it down the near side boards. It comes back out to the point where Serafino sends it right back in. Puck battle along near side boards. Looks like it's won by the Knights, and they bring it out to center ice. Sam Tepley from the Springs Knights brings it down behind the goal and takes it to the far side corner, where he is bumped off by two Thunder defenders. And we get it out center ice on the stick of Kolasevere. Shot attempt by Serafino is fanned on. The Knights get control and bring it out center ice. Dumped into the corner, and partial line change. Centering pass is batted down by Blasco. He chips it forward. Icing's waved off as it gets close enough to one of the Knights defenders, and it goes all the way down the road. Unable to keep it in on the blue line is Tollefson. He has control of the puck momentarily. He's bumped off the puck. Koa gets bumped off it. It gets it to Tollefson. He chips it back up. He gets knocked down right at the red line. The puck gets sent back in behind the near side corner. Blasco recovers and sends it back up, and we got another puck battle on the near side corner. Puck is sent behind the net. Thompson goes to the far corner, chips it up to Wiseman, who gets it to center ice. That left the zone, I'm pretty sure, but they're not calling an offside. The Knights have it. Carlson deletes the kid right at the top of the circles. And the puck goes the other way, but that one was going to be offside. 6:59 left in this first period. Still a 1-1 game. Here's a zone face-off just outside of the Knights zone. For this face-off, it looks like we're going to have Gavin Leon, Brett Hawley, and Wesley Hall taking this face-off. Swally and Kaliga. Kaliga controls, brings it in. Centering pass comes to Hawley. He controls at the blue line, chips it back down the near side corner where Hall goes back in. His centering pass comes all the way out to center ice, where Swally goes to pick it up. And he sends it back up to the Thunder forwards. Turnover at center ice. Springs Knights forward, pushes it into the zone in the far corner. Swally goes back and picks it up, wraps it off the boards, and gets it out to Leon at the blue line. Thunder have numbers 3-on-2. If they can stay on side, just barely do. Wesley Hall has it. His centering pass is cut down by the Knights, who bring it out. And it catches at a line change. Coming off the bench is Dover, does a nice job getting in position. And a shot attempt goes wide, wraps all the way up the near side boards. Comes out to the blue line, but held in. Knights send it all the way back around, and Swally goes into the near side corner. His pass comes to the dot, is chipped out to the blue line, where Wesley Hall's trying to get it out of the zone. Swally again tries to get it, unable to do so, and the Thunder turn it over at the blue line again. Quick shot from just inside the blue line. It's a well-easy back save by Dylan, who's seen up. So the rest of Wesley Hall's line comes out. Jameson Cooper, Colton Snuggs on defense. Carlos and Blasco. Face off to the left of Dylan. Puck is dropped. Controlled by the Thunder. They bring it out to center ice. Centering pass is broken up by the Knights and sent back into the zone. Snuggs picks it up the near side boards. He's 1-on-1. He gets a shot, attempt on goal, rebound comes to the slot, nobody there to do anything with it, and Cooper takes it, rebound into the corner, where the Knights come back. Currently out shooting the Knights 5-3, 5 minutes left in this first period. Still a tie game, 1-1. Puck wrapped up in the near far side boards, comes out, it's going to go all the way down, but it goes on goal, so icing's waved off. Carlson will go behind his own net. This handles the puck momentarily, picks it back up, wraps it up the near side, far side boards, and it's sent all the way back around for Blasco to pick up. Puck comes back behind the goal line. Thompson again gets control of the puck. He brings it up the near side boards, and it gets it out to center where Nelson picks it up. Nelson's got 1-on-3, tries a drag move, but is cut down by 3 defenders. The rest of the Thunder, 3 defenders. The rest of the Thunder run a line change behind the play. Mike Everhart comes on. He gets control of the loose puck. Now he brings it in 1-on-4. His centering pass stays in his zone. Kaliga is able to push it to the near side corner. But it is sent right back out to the point. Kaliga again has it. His centering pass goes in, and it is deflected up into the chest of the Springs goaltender and covered up for a stoppage. And another line change. 4:13 left in this first period. Anthony Serafino's going to have to take the face off. He's got Koa and Hayden with him. On defense is Kaliga and Dover. Puck gets pushed to the far corner. It's controlled by the Knights. They get it out to center ice. A good stick battle at center ice results in the Thunder taking over possession, and Wiseman skates into the red line, dodges a hit, and pushes it in momentarily into the offensive zone. Knights take it. They try to rim it all the way around. It doesn't go so well, and it gets sent all the way back in on goal. behind the goal by the Thunder. Knights push it out to center ice. Puck comes into the Thunder defensive zones. Wally goes back behind his own net to get it out. He wraps it off the far boards, gets it out to Anthony Serafino. Serafino has it bounce over his stick, and the puck stays in the zone momentarily until it's shipped out to center ice. Another line change behind the scenes. Knights able to get some numbers in there, but unable to do anything with it. Centering pass comes out of the zone, and we'll have a face-off. 2:58 left in the first. Still 1-1 tie. Karina Frew is going to be out with Koa Severe and Gavin Leon to take this face-off. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They go back to their own zone, get the puck, shipped forward. Puck brought along their side boards. Knights reverse course and send it the other way. Glasgow has it and ships it back forward. And a little game of ping pong at neutral ice. Thunder finally connect two passes, and they're able to get it in the offensive zone where Karina goes in on a forecheck. Sent out to the blue line. Glasgow takes a shot, bounces, goes wide of the net and into the near side corner, and comes out to center ice where Knights forward comes in, but Glasgow's able to get back and chips it back behind his own goal, where Gavin picks it up in the far corner, and he brings it out with now Breck Hawley. His centering pass is cut off by the Knights. He bring it back in. 1-on-3. Dover pushes him forward to the corner, and he spins around and is doing a nice job trying to get to center ice. A stick check by Dylan gets it pushed out to center ice where Thunder in the middle of a line change behind the scenes. Wes Hall picks up the puck. He pushes it in. We've got a whistle with a stoppage. What do we got? We got a penalty on Braxton Durst. He's sitting in the box. Don't know what the call was. We'll let you know, but we'll have a defensive zone face-off and be on the PK for the remainder of this first period. 2-minute minor for too many players on the ice. A bad line change results in another penalty kill. Snuggs has the puck on the near side board. He sends it in on goal, forces the Knights goaltender to play it. He leaves it for a defenseman. It gets wrapped off the far corner. Wesley Hall's in on a forecheck, disrupts the breakout momentarily, and comes back up. Does a great job, but the Knights are able to get it into the zone, but it's stuck in their feet. Centering pass to nowhere, comes out to the blue line and chipped in by the Knights defense. Goes all the way behind the net where Carlson picks it up. He takes a slash on the stick and pushes it up the near side board where he's battling with Wesley Hall and two Knights forwards. Puck isn't moving right now. Puck finally comes out to the blue line. Centering pass is cut off by Snuggs. He has it in his feet. He pushes it to center ice. And Wesley Hall comes in and assists. Knights have it at center ice. They bring it in, but nice defense by the Thunder. They force a shot attempt that is wide. Goes to the near corner. Carlson comes in and gets pushed up to the point. D-to-D passing by the Knights. Shot on goal. Easy save by Dylan. We have 12 seconds left in the first 33 seconds left. Do the penalty kill, and we'll get a wholesale line change. One on to finish off this first period is going to be Gage Nelson, Jameson Cooper, Marshall Boyga, and Will Blasco. Puck is dropped. Gage controls, gets it out of his zone and pushes it forward, and that should just about do it. Jay's in on a forecheck. He's ties it up, but runs out of time, and that's your first period. So we'll be back in 1 minute for the second period. 1-1 Thunder after one. We are about to get underway with the second period. Still 1-1 tie. Thunder going to be on a penalty kill for another 21 seconds. PK unit is going to consist of Will Glasgow, Colt Carlson, Jamison Cooper, and Anthony Serafino. Nope, Gage Nelson, my bad. Didn't see the four. So Gage Nelson, Carlson, Cooper, and Glasgow on the PK unit. Dylan's still in net. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Springs Knights at their own blue line. Knights get it in the zone, but is quickly chipped back out, and we got the Thunder moving the other way. Jamison Cooper's got Halsey with it. He chips the puck in on net, and foretracks in and forces a cover up, which goes off another few seconds. And we will have an offensive zone face-off with 6 seconds left on this PK. D is changing behind the scene. Dover and Palega come out to replace Glasgow and Carlson. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. Their centering pass is sent out to center ice, and Dover goes back to the defensive zone and picks it back up. He skates it up through and gets a pass up to Everhart. It is tipped, so icing is waved off, and the Knights go back to their own zone, pick it up. Knights have it in their own net. Centering pass, a stretch pass comes up center ice. Thunder bring it back in offside, and a player caught behind the goal back there, unable to tag up in time. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Looks like Anthony Serafino is going to come out and take this face-off. He's going to have Hayden Wiseman, Cole Severe, Dover, and Palega staying on D. Face-off to the right of the Knights goaltender. Knights control the face-off at center ice. Push it forward, bring it in onside, 3-on-2. Soft shot attempt goes wide of the net into the near side corner. Thunder go in, puck battle, and push it out towards the blue line. Comes up to the slot. Shot by the Knights, high and wide, goes back into the near side corner, and it is brought out by Serafino. Serafino gets the blue line, sends it over to Koa. Koa's nice pass from Serafino to Wiseman. His shot is stopped by the Knights goaltender and is pushed up to the point where Wally sends it back into the far corner. Wrapped all the way around the boards. No D is present at the blue line, but Serafino gets all the way back and is able to keep it in the zone and sends it back in. Koa chips it forward. He gets control of the puck. He sends out the slot. Shot from Tollefson, saved, covered up by the Knights goaltender. So offensive zone face-off. Up on the forward line is Gavin Leon, Karina Frew, and Black Holly. On defense, it looks like we've got Joali and Tollefson. Puck comes out to the blue line. Tollefson keeps it. He pushes it over to Leon. Leon pushes it forward, but Knights take over and come on out some ice. Nice stick check by Holly. Slows him up. Tollefson misses it, stands on that big hit at just inside the circle, and the puck comes out to the blue line. Dumped into the far corner. Karina goes back to pick it up. She reverses direction. Puck is stuck in a corner. Centering pass through everyone. Comes all the way across the ice and outside ice. But Gavin's in on his forecheck. Puck chipped into the Thunder zone momentarily. Puck is sent over to the near side boards and chipped out to center ice where Karina pushes it forward. Puck comes at the blue line. It's chipped into the offensive zone. Tollefson has it in his feet. He pushes it to the far corner. He sends it behind the net. It is reversed by the Knights, and Karina goes back and picks it up. Karina pushes it back down to the near side corner. It is sent out to center ice where Knights are able to get behind. They're coming in on breakaway. Nice shot. Stick save. Second save as the rebound was sent back into the slot. Two nice saves by Dylan in a very quick period of time. Knights get it. It's in a soft shot attempt in. Stick save by Dylan. He sends it to the near side corner once again. Thunder able to intercept the centering pass. Looks like they have numbers on the near side boards, but unable to push it out of the zone. And the Knights bring it in. Backhand shot attempt goes wide into the near side corner once again. Puck is picked up by Dover. Off a pass, goes behind his own net, reverses, chips it off the near side boards, and gets it out to center ice. A scene is not waved off, as it had legs that were all the way down, so we're going to get an icy in the face-off. 13:08 left in the second period. Coming out for this face-off is going to be Wesley Hall, Stubbs, and Cooper. Malega and Blasco on D. Puck is dropped, pushed forward by Wesley Hall, comes out to center ice. Stubbs is in on a forecheck. The Knights retreat back and get the puck and start to bring it back in on their side boards. Shot attempt, easy blocker save by Dylan. Drops in his slot. Puck battle along near side boards once again. Puck comes behind the net. Last second centering pass comes out in front. They'll be able to do anything with it, but the Knights control the blue line and chip it back in. Backhand centering pass broken up. Pushed to the far side of the net where it is still loose. And looks like Dylan did that ball, but it's covered up. Face off. And then the line change. Looks like Nelson, Everhart, and Roach are going to come out. Thunder control. Face-off lane by Nelson. Glasgow's bringing up the near side boards. Gets the red line. He sends a shot in. Looks like it's going wide to the net, but it is kept in at the blue line momentarily, but all the way over. Malega back. Rides a Knight forward off of the puck and picks it up, and he starts to bring it up himself. He gets to the red line. Makes a nice cut move at the blue line, put us offside, not called, but gets pushed into the zone. Tollefson has it at the corner. He chips it all the way down to the far corner. Centering pass to Nelson's broken up. First has it. He stick handles. It's chipped back out. And Zwally keeps it at the blue line. His shot attempt goes in on goal, is saved. And Nelson has it. He sends it back out to Zwally. Zwally sends it all the way back in. Goes behind the net. And now the Knights have it and chip it off. Zwally again sends it in on goal. It is covered up by the goaltender, and we'll have a face-off. Good pressure by the Thunder offense on that line. Several good shot attempts. Good goaltender. Anthony Serafina is going to come out. He's got Wiseman and Severe with him. Zwally and Tollefson remain on D. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They send it to the far side boards, and it comes out to neutral ice. Stretch pass, too hard, and it's sent back all the way down. Ooh, big hit on the side boards. Serafina absorbs. Puck goes back. Nice stick in. Puck hits a post and comes out. Puck is in the slot. We got bodies everywhere. Another shot. Nice save by Dylan. Goes to the near side corner. Puck comes out to the slot and then comes to the near side boards where Zwally comes in, but it's kept in by the Knights. Shot is again blocked by Dylan and it goes to the near side corner. The Knights push it to the near side corner. Battle in the far corner. Centering pass. Chipped out. Wiseman gets it to the center ice and the Knights have to tag up. Sent back in. Tollefson's got it on his stick. He pushes it forward. It comes to Koa, who takes over. He gets it to center ice, and it's going to sit at the red line. Puck is sent back in. Puck is just wrapped off the boards and all the way down for an icing. A little bit of fire drill there in the last 30 seconds. Unable to get a good stick on it. All the goalies are tired, but no go for a line change. Karina's line is going to come out to take this defensive zone face off. She's going to have Braxton Burst and Gavin Leon with her. Puck is dropped, controlled by Blasco. He wraps it off the boards. And sends it goes the length of the ice, and the Knights have to go back to pick it up. Good forecheck by Gavin. He ties up the Knight forward or defender behind the goal. They get it out to center. Blasco chips it forward. Chipped forward again by Breck. Leon in on the forecheck. Tripping call on the Knights. They take down Brett Holly. And the Knights are going to go for a 2-minute tripping. So we'll have a power play with 9:16 left in the second period. Still 1-1 tie. Power play unit, Wesley Hall's line. Collega and Dover on defense. Puck is controlled by the Thunder. Cooper on the near side boards. He sends it behind the net, but nobody's there. Snugs is in on the forecheck. Does a nice job cutting it off. Gets some help from Hall. Pushes the puck out to the blue line. Colleg gets shot. His block goes to the near corner. Cooper into the near side corner. He's battling with Wesley. He chips it behind the goal. Knights get it, turn around and send it all the way back out. Chip blue line. Collega does a nice job of bumping the player off, and nice back checking by Wesley Hall disrupts any attempt to get a shot on goal by the Knights. Puck is controlled, chipped forward by Wesley Hall. Knights get control of it, and they send it back in where Collega picks the puck up. His stretch pass gets over to Cooper. Cooper sends it over to Snugs. Too tall for his stick, and it goes back behind the net. Knights wrap it off the board. It's going to go the length and all the way down. They got music playing for some reason, but it sounded like a whistle, but we control the center ice. Everhart has it. He gets it forward to Nelson. Nelson has it just inside the blue line, sends it to the near corner, reverses. Stick handles around one, gets bumped off the puck, but he gets the puck over to Everhart. Everhart sends it to the slot to Burst. Burst shot goes in on goal. It's covered up by the goaltender. Nice movement. Still 25 seconds left on this power play. Burst, Nelson, and Everhart on offense. Carlson's Wally on D. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They send it to their own far corner. Try to send it out to the blue line, kept in by Tollefson. Pushes it forward to Everhart. Everhart battling along the near side, on the far side boards. Puck comes to the slot. Wally's unable to keep it in. He goes back to retreat. Does a nice job chipping it to the near side corner, and it comes out to center ice. Knights do a good job. They just send the puck back in. Tollefson goes back behind his own net. Pushes the puck off. Knights pick up a loose change rebound and chip it over the goal, and then they lose Under down by one again. Couldn't exactly see what happened behind the play. It was a bullet my way, but also went behind the boards and tried to chip it back. It looks like it came out to the center right, or came out right to the slot where there was no defenseman in front. Nice job by the Knights picking up a rebound. Poe is in 1-on-5. Not cut down. Knights bring it back out. Puck is sent behind the net by the Knights. Kalega's got it. He does a nice move in the far corner. Sends a pass too tall for everybody. Goes a length. It'll go for an icing. So shots are even at this point. 11-11. Knights leading 2-1. Marina's out to take this face off. Puck is controlled by the Knights. Breck's in on a forecheck. It's sent right behind the goal and comes up to the near side blue line. Knights keep it in momentarily. They push it down where Leon gets control of it down by the circle. He sends it up to the far side of the ice. And Karina and Braxton bring it out. Shot attempt goes off defenseman's stick and ends up behind the net. Knights bring it out to center ice and bring it back in. Puck battle along near side boards. Puck goes behind the Thunder goal. Breck Hawley gets dumped. He turns around and trips the Knights defenseman, catches the ire of the referee, and he's going to go. Calling a slash, looked like a trip to me, but regardless, it's a penalty kill. 5:28 left in the second. PK unit is going to be Kalega, Blasco, Hall, and Cooper. Knights control. Shot attempt goes wide, comes up to the near side blue line. Sent back behind the net. Knights still control and chip it out to the blue line. Cooper in on the trying to forecheck. Centering pass goes through the crease. No harm, no foul. Comes all the way back out. Knights able to keep his own. Puck is chipped, comes out to center ice. Knights bring it in onside. Forward knock off the puck, and Kalega gets it up center ice. He brings it in 1-on-3, gets bumped off the puck, but it goes in on goal. Cooper in on the forecheck, disrupts the outlet pass, and Blasco takes it and sends it back in behind the net, where the Thunder will go for a line change behind the play. Knights bring it out to center ice. Coming out on is Colton Snuggs, Colt Tollefson, and Wallace Dover. Knights have it behind the goal. Puck comes up to center ice. Nice stick by Snuggs. He gets it out to center ice. He's chipped forward by Cooper. He's been out there a long time. He goes for a line change. Tollefson blocks a centering pass, sends it over to Dover. Dover sends it back in. And now Nelson's come on, and he goes in on a forecheck. He sends it forward to Snuggs, who's tied up. Nelson comes back in. He's able to push it in right as Snuggs is coming out of the zone. Nelson's bumped off the puck. His centering pass is broken up, chipped back into the corner. And Ike Everhart has it, but it comes out to center ice. Knights in a forecheck. Tollefson gets it over to Dover. He brings it up to center ice. He sends it in the blue line. Nice spin move by Gage Nelson. He has it. Brings it in below. Centering pass is cut off by the Knights, and they bring it back out to center ice. Puck sent back out to center ice. Nelson does a good job, chips it off, and kills that penalty, and so we are now even strength with 2:52 left in the second period. Serafina comes on the ice, as does Wiseman. And Koa. Blasco has the puck. He chips it forward to Koa. Koa drops it. Gets it over to Wiseman. Wiseman's pass goes in on goal. Not covered. Chipped back out to the circles. Goes the length of the ice, and it's going to go for an icing. With 2:22 left in the second. Personnel coming out. Dover and Collega on D. Looks like Wiseman, Serafino, and Sevier are going to stay on offense. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights, who get it out to center ice. They got an emerging 3-on-2. Shot attempt goes in on goal. Easy stick save by Dylan. He covers it up. Face off to the right of Dylan. Serafino takes the face off, wins it back to the corner. Dover goes back, chips it behind his own goal, gets it over to Marshall, who sends it forward. It comes out center ice, back on the stick of Serafino. He sends it forward to Wiseman. Wiseman's got Cole with him. He sends a shot in on goal. Rebound left in the slot, comes out to the blue line. Dover keeps it in momentarily, but it was a bouncing puck and it's going the other way. Knights come back in, centering pass, stand on. Sent to the near side corner. Dover goes to the far corner to pick it up. He chips it up the boards to Wiseman. Wiseman chips it forward to Koa. Koa's got one to beat. Nice defensive work. He able to chip it forward. Wiseman picks up the puck. Bumps the kid off the stick. Loses the stick. And a player throws it into the corner. How that's not an interference is beyond me. The puck goes in on goal and is covered up by the Knights goaltender. We'll have the face-off. 1:21 left in the second. Hayden hit a kid just inside the blue line. He grabbed his stick and threw it in a corner. Refs didn't call it. Green is out to take this face-off. Comes out the blue line. Collison has the puck. He sends it over to Leon. Leon's got it. He chips it forward. Knights get control of it. They send it back out. Fan on a clearing attempt, but they're able to get it out to center ice. Knights are onside, push it in the offensive zone, but it's quickly sent right back out to center ice. Knights come in onside. Shot attempt just inside the blue line. Still blowing away. It's 3-1. Outside attempt just inside the blue line. It's there. It looks like some traffic was right in front of it. Must have been on the screen. Green is out to take this facility face off. Puck is dropped. Oh, we're going to have a goalie change. Dylan's been pulled. Dustin Adams-Brown is going to come into relief with 48 seconds left in the second period. Puck is controlled by the Thunder and chipped forward. Centering pass goes off of a skate to Breck Hawley, who chips it into the far side corner. Leon's in on the forecheck. His centering pass goes to Breck Hawley, who chips it back in to the corner. Comes out to the blue line. Puck comes out center ice. Blasco has it. He chips it in the side corner. 16 seconds left in the second period. Puck battle in the far corner. And Wesley Hall comes out from behind and comes out with the puck momentarily and pushes up the near side boards. It is centered and goes in on goal. Rusty covers it up. There's 1 second left in the. So basically just enough time for a face-off. Wesley Hall's coming out for this face-off. Looks like Breck Hawley's going to be out here and that's a whole lot of line changing for a puck to drop and a whistle to blow. So 3-1 Springs Knights after 2. Thunder are going to have to bring it on here in the third. They've had some shot attempts, but unable to solve the Knights goaltender. So I'll be back in just a minute. We're about to get underway for the third period. Pikes Peak Thunder down 3-1. Dustin Adams-Brown has come in relief for Dylan. Wesley Hall's line is going to be out to start this third period. Thunder needs some offense. I think they're currently sitting on the outside of the playoffs looking into CPHL, although I don't know that for sure. Puck is controlled by the Thunder and sent in into the zone by Snugs. Stopped by the goaltender. Cooper in on the forecheck. He's bumped off the puck. Knights push it up to the blue line. Thunder unable to keep it in. Wesley Hall picks up the puck, gets it over to Collega. He chips it off of Snugs. But evidently, the guy here, he just said it was tipped, but we're going to go with the icing call. Mike Everhart, Maxim Burst, and Gage Nelson are out for this face-off. Defensive zone. It's won by Nelson. He gets it to Collega. He's got it. He avoids a big hit and gets it out to center ice. Thunder offside is a little gypsy dame with the blue line. Makes the people on the wrong side. And so let's try this again. Nelson, Everhart, and Burst will be out there. Puck is dropped, controlled by Everhart. Everhart has it in the slot, chips it in the far corner, goes in for his own puck. Centering pass comes out. It is broken up by the Knights. They take it back behind their own net, turn it over to Nelson. Nelson's looking for somebody open. He gets it to Burst in the slot, comes out to Blasco. Blasco sends it back in. Comes up to the far near side board. Blasco sends it back in, and it is deflected and goes to the far corner again. It's wrapped around the boards. Comes all the way to Tolleson. Tolleson sends it in to Nelson. Nelson centering pass. Goes to everyone. Goes to Blasco, who sends it in. His puck is chopped down. And the Knights just take it and send it the length of the ice. But icing this time is waved off. And Tolleson will go back and pick it up. He wraps it off the boards and sends it up to Serafino, who's come on. Serafino pushes it forward. Ike's in. Tolleson picks up the puck at the blue line. He's got 1-on-4. He sends a centering pass in. It goes to Koa. Koa sends it out to Serafino. His shot goes in on goal, and his glove saved by the Springs goaltender. Springside's goaltender. Collega and Tuali out on defense. Wiseman, Serafino, and Severe on offense. Puck is dropped. Comes out to the blue line. Thunder unable to keep it in. Stays at center ice. Serafino brings it in on sides. His pass is on goal, and it looks like it gets deflected in on the Spring Science goaltender. It goes between his legs. Some poking, hacking, and slashing, but it's covered. And no harm, no foul for the Knights. But we'll get an offensive zone face-off from some new personnel. Leon Burst and Flew come in on offense. Wally and Kalega. Puck comes out to the blue line. It is sent into the near side corner by the defense. Karina picks it up behind her own net, behind the net. She's bumped off the puck. Puck comes out to center ice. Nice job by Braxton. He gets the red line and the blue line and chips it in. Brett Colley, I'm sorry. Puck is chipped up into the air and sent behind the net. Leon now on the forecheck. Puck is sent out to the blue lines. Well, Wally keeps it in. Loses the blue line momentarily. Nice job by Kalega. He comes in and bumps the player off the puck. But the Knights control. Top slot shot blocked by Israeli. Sent to the other side corner. Sent out to the blue line. Kept in by the Knights, who sent it back in. Centering pass intercepted by Frew. She chips it forward, gets it to Breck. And he chips it forward. Leon's in on the forecheck while the Thunder change behind the scenes. Wesley keeps it in at the blue line. His centering pass is blocked. He goes back and gets the puck and chips it back into the corner for for Cooper. It goes in. Dover holds the blue line. Centering pass comes to Cooper. Goes off of a foot and is wrapped out of the zone. Goes the length of the ice for an icing call. 13-11 left in the third period. Pikes Peak Thunder trailing 3-1. Shots are even, 14 apiece. Wesley Hall's lines out. On defense is Dover and Carlson. Controlled by the Thunder. Centering pass goes through everybody to the near side boards. Slugs in. His centering pass comes to Cooper. His shot is deflected, goes high and over the goal. Comes out to the blue line to Dover. Dover chips it back down to Wesley Hall in the far corner. Puck comes behind the goal. Wesley pickpockets a player. Causes a turnover. Centering pass to Snugs. His shot is blocked. Comes out to the blue line. Carlson dekes around one, sends it back in, and Wesley comes back out and grabs the puck. Wesley goes behind his own net. Stick handles around one. Stick handles around two. Gets it out to Snugs, who chips it forward to Cooper. Cooper one. See if he can get one. Nice sauce pass. Beautiful job. Off the post. Beautiful sauce from Cooper. Gets it to Snugs. It's robbed by the post. Puck is sent the length of the ice for an icing. That's the best scoring chance we've had in probably the last 4 or 5 minutes. Thunder bringing it in on the far side boards. Cooper does a beautiful job. Tips it over to the defender's stick. Gets it right to Snugs in the slot. It was a beautiful shot. Far side. Near side for him. And swings off the boat. Nelson up to take the ensuing face off. Everhart and Burst with him. Comes out to Blasco. His shot's blocked. Goes to the near side corner. Knights go in recover. Knights bring it out to the slot, get center ice, and bring it in 2-on-2. Shot high and wide of the net, wraps around. Blasco goes into the corner and chips it forward to Nelson. Nelson tries to keep it. Gets chipped out of the zone, and Nelson and Everhart in on the forecheck. Puck is flipped high by the Knights. It goes all the way down to the red line. The goal line and is wrapped around to center ice. Knights tripping over each other. Everhart gets control. He brings it into the offensive zone. Pushes it to the near corner. Goes behind the goal. Comes out with it. Knights bump him off the puck and take control. Blasco bumps the Knights forward off the puck. And he gets it into the zone momentarily. Get pumped right back out. Sent back in by Serafino. Line change behind the play. Knights go back to their own goal line. Serafino in the forecheck causes a turnover. Wiseman dekes around one, gets it a shot in on goal, covered up by the goaltender. 10:26 left in the game. Serafino out to face off. He's got Wiseman and Savina. Dover Kaliga in defense. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They bring it, sent up the near side board. Dover unable to keep it in. Big hit, door comes open. Kaliga gets bumped hard. Puck goes behind the net. Comes out to Wiseman. Wiseman sends it to the far side boards. Knights get a shot on goal. Nice save by Dusty. He sends it to the near side corner. Comes out to Koa. He chips it forward. Wiseman in on the forecheck. Tollefson on D is Blasco. Knights bring in 1-on-4. Shot is 3 feet high of the goal. Blasco goes into the far corner. Gets it. He's bumped off the puck. But he pushes it forward to Koa. Koa gets it, chips it out center ice, and goes and picks up his own puck. He's got Wiseman with him, but he's rubbed off the puck. And the Knights go back and recover nicely. Knights spring out to the slot. They get the neutral ice. Nice stick check by Anthony. He takes over the puck. Sends it forward. Breck has it. We've got a couple of guys tied up at center ice. Koa is tied up with somebody. It looked like a human pretzel over there. Not sure what was going on, but looks like we're going to have matching penalties. Roughing for, looks like it's going to be matching roughing penalties. We're going to play 5-on-5. And have a neutral zone face-off just outside the Knights zone. Karina's taking this face-off. She's got Brett Hawley and Gavin Leon. Dover and Zwally on D. Karina keeps the puck in the zone. She chips it to the near side corner. Goes in to recover her own puck. Knights get control of it. Leon seals the puck. He sends it in on goal. It's sent to the far side corner. Karina gets it on her stick. Her centering pass is intercepted, and the Knights bring it out center ice. Dover picks up the puck. He chips it back to the blue line. And to Karina, she's got it again. She chips it into the far corner, peels off, and goes for a line change. Leon's got it in the near side corner. He sends it out to the blue line. It's too tall. Ends up going past Wally and goes all the way down where, looks like that was actually sent out by the Knights. And it goes for nicely. Wesley Hall lines out. Kaliga and Tollefson on D. Puck is pushed forward by Wesley to the near corner. Chips up, hits the netting. And we'll do it again. Puck is dropped, goes to the slot. Controlled by nobody. Knights forward here to get control over it. Nice forechecking by Wesley at the blue line. He keeps it in, sends it back in momentarily. The Knights send it the other way. Carlson gets it off the board. Comes out center ice. Knights battling at their own at the offensive blue line. Puck comes out center ice, snugs in on the forecheck. He pushes it back to the offensive zone. It's sent back the other way. Drager goes back, picks up the puck, gets it out center ice. He's got numbers. He pushes it forward. It goes off of a shin guard. Comes out center ice. Knights bring it in offside. Puck was kind of tricked by Knights trying to do a little back spin around on the blue line, and unfortunately his puck came in before the puck. And thankfully for us, he was offside. So we get the rest of our personnel on. So we got Ike Everhart, Gage Nelson, and Braxton Burst. Blasco pushes it forward. Puck is up to Nelson. He brings it in. The centering pass goes to Ike. Ike is bumped off the puck in the slot. Nelson goes back in, gets it, chips it back forward. Comes out to center ice. Blasco does a nice job chipping it back in. Knights take over, get it to center ice. It comes to Zwally. Zwally pushes it forward. He has it offensive zone, takes a shot, goes wide of the net, comes to the near side corner, wraps off the boards. The Knights will send it back behind their own, into their own corner, go back and try and get it out. Nifty footwork, able to get it out nice. Puck is swatted out by Blasco, slows up the shot attempt. Puck ends up in a shot high and wide, no harm, no foul. Comes to the near side corner, stretch pass to Everhart, he's bumped off the puck. And the Knights have control. They bring it in offside. We'll have to stop it with 6:15 left in the third. Thunder have had some good offensive chances, just unable to solve this goaltender. Serafino takes the face-off. Is controlled by the Thunder. Serafino bumped off the puck momentarily. Sikoa in on the forecheck. Good, nice job hitting the kid. Gets control. Centering pass comes to Serafino. Comes out to Wiseman. Wiseman's shot saved by the Knights goaltender. And sent out to center ice. Dover's got it. Chips it back forward to Wiseman, who gets center ice. Puck comes in onside by the Knights. Soft shot in on goal. Easy goal save by Dusty. He has not had a lot of work in the last couple of minutes. Glad to see he's active back there. He saw that all the way through. Let's see if we can get him some help. Ringasu comes in to take this face off. Puck is dropped. Chip to the blue line, but kept in. Shot on goal. Stick saved by Dusty. Sends it to the far corner. Blasco tries chipping it forward. Has it in his feet. Chips it out center ice. Goes all the way down. And we'll have the face off. And ice. Face off will be to the left of Dusty. Karina's going to stay out there and take this face off. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They push it to their own blue line. Kept in. Sent out of the zone. Puck is chipped forward into the offensive zone by Breck Hawley. Goes behind the net. Knights forward blows a tire behind his own goal. Nearly turns the puck over. Blasco keeps it in at the blue line. Breck sends a shot in, but it's blocking this in the near side corner. Blasco goes in to recover. Karina comes out. Oh, we got a big boy there. Nice job by Marshall. Shot saved. Ball comes in. Beautiful save by Dusty on a breakaway. Nice back check by Mark, intercepted. Puck comes in on goal. Dusty's soon up, and he'll cover that one up. 40 line change, 4:30 left in the third. Looks like Wally and Powell may come out with the Wesley Hall line. Face off to the right of Dusty, who just had not had a lot of work in the last couple of minutes when I commented. That's what I get from saying something. Puck is dropped. Nice job by Jameson Cooper. He's got numbers. He's got points with him. Gets a nice shot saved by the Knights goaltender. Goes behind the goal. Puck comes out to the blue line. Knights have control. Wesley in on the forecheck. Cooper sends it off the foot. In on the forecheck. His shot is blocked, goes behind the net. Gets his own rebound and centers a pass, but nobody there, and it is sent the length of the ice for an icing by the Knights. Liz Nelson's coming out to take this next face off. He's going to have Braxton Burst with him, as well as Mike Everhart. Kaliga has it on defense with Dover. Sent in from Kaliga, wraps around the boards. Nelson picks the puck back up, pushes it out to the point. Kaliga brings it back in. He's looking for somebody. His centering pass goes through everybody. It's going to come out to center ice. Dover tries to keep it in, but we're offside. We're going to get a line change. Serafino, Sevier, and Wiseman are going to come in and take this neutral zone faceoff. Dover and Kaliga remain. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. They push it forward where Kaliga picks it up. He chips it off the far boards to Koa. Koa gets in his zone, sends it into the far corner where the Knights go back to pick it up. Wiseman in on the forecheck. Knights unable to get it out of the zone. Koa picks it up. His centering pass is cut down and goes to the nearest far side boards. Sent out to center ice. Dover retreats to his own zone, picks up the puck. He chips it off the far boards, gets to the blue line. Koa picks up the puck. Has the puck bumped off of his stick and changes line of play. Glasgow comes on. The Knights are able to bring it in onside, but they're 2-on-3. Nice move to the center. Shot. Nobody played the body. That's why they're 2-on-3 without it to the top of the slot. Backhand shot on the ball. 4-on-1. 236-7. Serafino, Wiseman, and Leon will be out for the face-off. Puck is controlled by the Knights and chipped into the zone. Dawson chips it off the near side boards, gets it forward. Knights keep it into the blue line. Centering pass. Covered up by Dusty. Dusty's facing the wrong way, and I think that thing came in. He spun around, did a nice job of covering it up. Karina through. It's coming on. Puck is trapped. Controlled by Zwally behind his own net. He sends it up to Breck Hawley. He gets it forward to Karina. She's cut down, and the puck slides off of her stick and ends up at center ice. Knights unable to do anything with it. We chip it back into the offensive zone. 2 minutes left in this game. Puck sent back in. Knights good forechecking. Nice job. They get a shot blocked by Caden. Rebound sent wide on the back end. Centering pass again. Cut down. Third centering pass goes in on goal. And it's covered up by Dusty. 1:37 left. Thunder giving up 4 unanswered. Excuse me, 3 unanswered. Wesley Hall out there takes the face off, wins it to his own corner. He's got the puck behind his own net. He's looking for some open ice. He gets it out center, gets it out to the blue line, but nice job by the Knights to hold the blue line. They chip it back in. Shot from the Knights is deflected, goes into the netting. And we're just being outworked getting out of the zone. Goes off to the left of Dusty. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Knights. Pushed forward by chipped out to center ice by Cooper. Lands on the stick of Dover. He gets the blue line. Pushes it along the near side boards. Comes out. Wesley Hall's got control of it momentarily, but the Knights out center ice. 44 seconds left. Wesley gets control. He brings it in. He's 1-on-3. He's got Cooper with him. But the Knights defense surrounds him. Nice job by Cooper. He gets control of the puck and chips it back in, but we're going to run out of time in this one. We got 28 seconds left. Ike Everhard in the forecheck. Glasgow gets a shot blocked. There's a slot. Ends up on the stick again. Follow-up shot also blocked. Puck comes out to center ice. 14 seconds left. Thunder are offside. They got to retreat and tag up. Knights are doing a great job tying it up, and they are going to win this game 4-1. And that's it for your CPHL season. Your High School Thunder has finished the season 6-8-1. Regular play. We'll see if it's enough for the playoffs or not. We'll let you know. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.